Hello, Circle of Initiators. This is the May 2020 edition of your Circle of Initiators newsletter. And I'm Ed Breniger, and I'm glad to see you, glad for you to see me. I want to share a couple of things with you today. We're all in a deep transition. And if you know me, I've been talking about transition for years. 10 years ago, I was doing workshops on the 12 transition points. And here we are in the midst of probably the greatest moment of transition in all of our lives as we go through the experience of this coronavirus global pandemic. And so what I want to say a couple of things to you just to encourage you. First of all, this is not a time to kind of wait and be passive. Complacency is a bad thing when we're in the midst of change. You have to be very sharp and very aware of what's going on so that you can make sure that you're taking advantage in the very best possible sense of the opportunity to make a difference that matters. This is a way of transitioning from, say, just being a regular person who just goes to work and does their thing, goes home and does their thing, without a whole lot of great sense of contribution or a sense that their work matters. This is the time to change your mind about yourself and to see that you have what it takes to be a person of impact and to make a difference that matters. And whether that's in your work or whether that's outside of work with your family and your community, it really does not matter. All that matters is that you are putting yourself in the position where you can have an impact. And so all the material that I've produced, all the blog posts I've written, the book that I've written, the training programs that I've created, all of those are for you to be able to grasp hold of this singular idea that I am a person who can make a difference that matters. And that is not just about some specific work, but it's also about how you deal with all these different competing situations that create anxiety and fear, and in many cases, panic. So here are two things in the newsletter I want you to see. One is that I've started to write a series of short books. Each of them is like a 5,000 word essay, that 5,000 word pamphlet, but they're all very focused on a particular topic, and it's focused on applying the circle of impact to that topic and giving you a way of knowing what you can do as a result of reading this book. So there's a call to action basically in each one of these books, because what I want you to feel like is that you're advancing through this time of change, and that you're not just kind of managing it, or you're just kind of maybe even floundering, but that you're advancing through this. And some of that is coming to the point of saying, I'm going to continue to do this thing, but I'm going to give up this other thing. So for me, one of the things I've decided to step away from is regular interaction with people on Facebook. I just don't have time. I got to write these books. I have set a goal of producing a book every 7 to 10 days. That's like 18-hour days is what it turns out being. So, but that means that by the end of this month, by the end of May, there'll be 5 of these books prepared for you to download from Amazon. Now, the benefit of being a member of this list is that you get the first book for free. And there's a link here in the letter itself where you can click that, and it'll bring you to be able to download the book. And it'll be in a different form than the Kindle, because Kindle is an EPUB, and it ends up looking differently. But basically, this is it's the same book. It's the same book. The other thing that I'll list here is the outline of the coaching program that I have begun. So, my thought was, I'm going to be doing training primarily in Africa for the next 10 years. And that may still happen, but it's not going to happen this year. And as a result, I had to pivot and turn backwards and look back and say, okay, if I'm not leaving my apartment, if I'm not leaving where I live, and I'm not leaving the country, then how can I do this training that I'm committed to doing? How can I coach people? So I've created 2 things. And the thing that you see there is the the simple coaching program of 6 sessions where we meet every 2 weeks. And basically, I'm training you to go through the book, see and understand the circle of impact, but even more so to apply it. So we're going to look at how you create case studies. A case study is simply a story where the circle of impact has been applied there. And by being able to tell that story, what you're saying is, I understand this, and I can apply this in other places. And you become a really valuable person by being able to apply circle of impact in your situation. Who knows, you may even find a different job, a different career. Maybe you will become a coach. Maybe you'll become a consultant because you have mastered the tools of the circle of impact. I don't know what you can do, but you don't know what you can do either until you try. So I encourage you to believe that your potential is far greater than anything you can imagine at this moment in time. And I encourage you to believe that there is no time like the present to start to expand your skill set, expand your perspective, and expand your sense of purpose, that you can be a person of impact in the world right where you live. That's why we do this. And I'm excited for you because what I see is there's this opportunity. While a lot of people are afraid and they're backing off and they're not doing things and they're waiting passively, they've become very complacent. They're going to be behind you if you decide you're going to take steps forward to learn to do things that you've never learned before. So if you have a business, if you are a business owner, or you lead a business, you're the CEO, or you're an executive director of a nonprofit organization, this same program of coaching can apply to all your people. And what I want you to think about, and this is going to be the 4th book, this is about how we restructure organizations through leadership capacity building. And that singular idea is that we want to build a foundation of leadership that bubbles up to the top, because what I think the case can be made that leadership doesn't trickle down. It bubbles up. It's something that's grown. It's like a tree. You don't water the tree at the top, you water the tree at the ground. That's where you feed it. And so you build a tree, you build a strong root system, which is your employees, and you build them you create in them the leadership capacities to solve problems and to innovate and to communicate, do all these things, because what it will do is provide a foundation for adjusting to the changing circumstances of your business every day. And as that grows up through the layers of your business is going to be stronger and so strong, and you will be so surprised by what has happened, and you just never thought about it. And that's because we are all working under the same conventional view of leadership, that it is the title of some senior person in an organization, and that's their role. Well, that's a management role, not a leadership role. And every one of your people can function as leaders if you only decide that you want to train them and support them in doing that. And that's what I'm here for. So thank you for being a member of this group. My gift to you is this new book, which I'm very excited about. And I want to hear back from you, and we'll see where things go. And let me know what you think. Let me know your ideas about other books that you think would be really worthwhile. Maybe it's something you saw in here that you want more explanation of. Because what I want you to know, this is the last thing to say. I can keep going on all day. This is the last thing I want you to know. All this that I'm writing right now is new material. It's stuff that I've come to see and understand and learn by my interactions with you over the last 2 years. And I'm very grateful to you for that, because what you're giving me is on the ground reality, which allows me to say, okay, how can I help them manage that in a way which creates impact that makes a difference that matters? And that's the exciting thing about this. So yeah, we may be in the midst of a great crisis, but there's always opportunities there. And the opportunity is to take care of your people and take care of your community by being persons of contribution and impact right where you are. Okay, I'm going to run on, and I thank you, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.